There is a very strange paradox about people who truly have exceptional ability. Many of them do not even realize they are different, not because they are pretending to be humble, not because they are trying to hide anything, but because the very traits that make them special often make them believe that something is wrong with them. They think they are too sensitive, too complicated, too easily exhausted, too hard to fit in, too likely to overthink. But sometimes, the things they call problems are actually signs that their mind is operating on a different level. This video is not about grades, degrees, or achievements, because some people are highly capable yet do not stand out on paper. And some carry a very deep kind of intelligence within them, yet spend years believing they are simply unusual. In this video, we are going to look back at those very quiet signs together. And if you like content that helps you understand yourself more deeply like this, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next videos, and stay until the end. Maybe one of today's 10 signs will finally name something you have carried inside you for a very long time but never knew how to describe. The first sign is that you feel everything more intensely than other people do. A piece of music may sound nice to others. For you, it may reach straight into your memories, your mood, and a very deep part of your heart. An idea does not just interest you for a few minutes. It can stay with you for days. A conversation does not simply end when the other person leaves. It remains in your mind long afterward. Many people who grow up with this feeling often think they are too sensitive, but in reality, it may simply mean that your nervous system takes in the world with greater intensity than usual. You are not weak. You are just living with a very strong level of perception. The second sign is that you always want to know the real reason behind everything. Since childhood, you may have asked a lot of why questions, not to argue, not to make things difficult for anyone, but because you truly cannot just accept a rule without understanding where it comes from. You do not like shallow answers. You want the mechanism, the essence, the full picture. Some people are satisfied with a short answer, but for you, that has never been enough. You want to understand more deeply, more clearly. And that very need shows that your mind does not operate at the surface level. The third sign is that you often feel slightly out of sync with the people around you, not because you think you are better than anyone, but because it is very hard for you to find conversations that truly fit you. Many times you can still smile, still talk normally, still blend into the group, but inside you know you have not truly connected with anyone. You may find conversations too brief, too shallow, or lacking depth. You may feel that you have to slow yourself down, think less, or simplify yourself so that other people do not feel uncomfortable. Doing that once is fine, but doing it for many years in a row can exhaust a person in a very quiet way. The fourth sign is that you are extremely hard on yourself. This is not the kind of perfectionism people casually talk about, the kind that says, "I'm a perfectionist, so I work a little slowly." No, this is the feeling of always seeing very clearly what you still lack. Even when others praise you, you still know exactly where you fell short. Even when the result is already good, you still feel the gap between what you did and what you know you could have done better. And that gap is exhausting. It makes you rarely feel truly satisfied with yourself. It makes you constantly feel that you are not enough, not because you are incapable, but because your mind is sharp enough to notice small flaws that other people do not see. Many people think this is a problem that needs to be fixed, but sometimes it is simply the natural consequence of a brain with a very strong ability to observe and evaluate itself. At this point, there is something very important to notice. From the outside, these first signs are very easy to misunderstand. Feeling deeply gets labeled as weakness. Asking many questions gets labeled as being complicated. Feeling out of sync gets labeled as being distant. Strong self-criticism gets labeled as low confidence. Because of that, many people go through years of life without realizing that they carry a different kind of ability. If you have listened this far and see yourself in some of these points, comment the number 8 below. I want to know how many people have ever felt that there was something different about them, but never knew what to call it. The fifth sign is that you once learned to hide your intelligence in order to fit in more easily. This is something many people do not notice. When you were younger, you may have realized that if you were too quick, too curious, too deep, or too outstanding, other people would feel uncomfortable. So you started adjusting. You spoke less, asked fewer questions, waited for others to speak first, pretended that you did not think that much. At first, it was just a way to adapt, but over time it can become a habit. By adulthood, you may not even clearly remember how sharp you used to be. You become so used to shrinking yourself that it starts to feel like your real personality. The sixth sign is that your mind often creates very unusual but very accurate connections. You can connect a sentence to an old experience, then link it to human psychology, to work, and to a larger system. You see patterns among things that seem unrelated, and sometimes you do not even know how to explain the path your mind took so that other people can follow it. Many people only see the final result and think you are jumping to conclusions. But in reality, your mind is processing things like a network. It does not move in a straight line. It connects, compares, combines, and arrives at a conclusion very quickly. That is not random. It is a very powerful way of thinking. The seventh sign is that you are strongly sensitive to unfairness. When you see someone being treated wrongly, you cannot easily ignore it. When you see hypocrisy, contradiction, favoritism, or something unreasonable, you feel it very clearly. Some people notice these things and move on, but many times you cannot, because there is a very instinctive reaction in you when something feels wrong. This makes the world exhausting for you, because unfairness is not always big and obvious. Very often it is small, subtle, and repeated every day. And if you are someone who sees it too clearly, you will feel tired for much longer than other people do. The eighth sign is that you have a rather difficult relationship with boredom. You are not just someone who gets bored easily. For you, boredom can sometimes create real restlessness. When there is not enough stimulation around you, your mind cannot stay still. It starts looking for something to latch onto, then keeps jumping to another thought, another worry, another imagination, and another scenario. From the outside, people may think you are distracted, but often it is simply because your current environment is not enough to hold a brain that needs more layers of stimulation than usual. You are not broken. You are just mentally underfed. If you have ever felt this way too, comment the number 1 so I know how many people are silently going through this. The ninth sign is that you feel emotions very deeply. You do not just feel sad. You sink into sadness. You do not just feel happy. You feel that joy spreading widely through you. You do not just feel hurt. You keep thinking about it for a long time. Many people say you are too sensitive, but that does not really explain anything. It only makes you feel like you are the problem. The truth may be simpler. You process emotions more deeply, more slowly, and more thoroughly than other people do. Not because you are fragile, but because your nervous system reacts more strongly. You are not overreacting. You are simply feeling more. And the 10th sign, also the quietest one, is that you rarely believe the compliments other people give you. People say you are talented, but your mind immediately brings up everything you still lack. People say you did well, but you only remember the parts that were not complete. People recognize your worth, yet you still feel like you are nowhere near enough. This is why many truly capable people still live with the feeling of not being enough. They do not see their own achievements as clearly as other people do, because their inner standards are always higher than their current results, and their mind never stays still long enough to feel that I've finally arrived. If many signs in this video feel familiar to you, that does not mean you need to attach a label to yourself right away. What matters more is that you can begin to look back at yourself with a fairer perspective. Maybe the things you used to hate about yourself are not entirely flaws. Maybe that intensity, depth, sensitivity, and difference are not defects. Maybe they are simply the true shape of your mind. And when you understand that, you will blame yourself less. You will try less to make yourself smaller. You will stop thinking that something is wrong with you just because you cannot live as superficially as other people do. If you have ever been misunderstood for thinking too deeply, feeling too strongly, or always feeling slightly out of step with the crowd, comment the number 9 below. I want to know how many people have stayed silent for a very long time with that feeling. Thank you for watching until the end. If this video speaks to your experience, please like and subscribe so you do not miss the next content. I will continue making videos that help you understand your psychology, your awareness, and who you truly are.